we had an op where we got word from New York that a freighter had come in with a lot of Chinese folks, and they were up on a wiretap. And what was happening is that the bad guys had a house that they had a whole bunch of them in, and they were requiring more money for the folks, the families that were here that were getting folks over, relatives over. And they started, on the wire, they could hear them, they started breaking and smashing fingers. So we had gotten ready to go, a good number of us. And at that time, the way that we conducted operations was with SHIELD teams. There would be a SHIELD team at the front, then an operator would just be with his weapon, and it went SHIELD, operator, SHIELD, operator, SHIELD, operator. And so I was the #1 SHIELD guy. And so they were trying to teach me how to say, "Police, get down," in Chinese. And I still have the cassette recording, because our guys that were on the wire too said when the door went down and I started saying it, they said the interpreters started dying laughing. Evidently, I said something like the pig is flying sideways or something. They couldn't figure it out at all. But what was amazing was it was a vacant house, and every room had hostages in it. And what happened when the door went down, the bad guys, who had a lot of pistols and weapons, it was so hot, all of the hostages had their t-shirts off as all men. Well, the bad guys took off their t-shirts and hit the floor too. And we're hollering, I went upstairs, there's a bunch of them there, and every room was like that. So we were all hollering for each other, "Come help me, Kent, I got 30 or whatever, 15, 20. And I'll never forget, there was a gentleman, a hostage, that he raised his head enough up that he made eye contact. Because I'm trying to figure out who was closest to that gun and all that. and he was looking at me and he was going to the guy next to him. So that was a hostage rescue that I never would have anticipated.